This is the Sony Xperia XZ2 Compact, the device for those who are tired of big and bulky phones with enormous displays but want to have all the same powerful specs like the best flagships out there. In fact, the XZ2 may be the most powerful compact Android phone as it has the latest Snapdragon 845 chipset, great cameras, and much more that are packed into a compact body. My name is Linus with the TechLine HD, and here's my review. As usual, let's start with the unboxing. The phone ships with all the usual stuff: a charger, USB cable, a headset jack adapter, and some paperwork. As always, make sure to check out the video description for all the links, including full resolution camera samples down below. Just before we start, I made a video review of the Sony Xperia XZ2, which is a bigger brother of this phone with a larger display and some other goodies. In case you're wondering if you want the XZ2 or a smaller model, here are the key compromises or differences the XZ2 Compact has. It's smaller, it's lighter, it has a smaller display and battery, it does not have the dynamic vibration system, it uses polycarbonate backplate instead of glass, it comes in different color flavors, it lacks wireless charging, and finally, the Sony Xperia XZ2 Compact costs about 600 euros, while the XZ2 is priced at about 800 euros. The key selling point of the XZ2 Compact is obviously the size. We have a 5-inch display that now sports 18:9 aspect ratio, meaning that the phone is even more comfortable to hold in the hand than before. The only drawback is the fact that the phone is thick and quite heavy for its size, but a good thing is that it doesn't feel so in the hand due to nicely curved back. Keep in mind that I have tiny, hobbit hands, but even I can manage the device in one hand. That HDR display is really good. It's sharp, it's vibrant, and the sunlight legibility is pretty good. It's probably the best display in a compact phone. The overall build quality is excellent too. Well, I usually prefer all metal design, but that polycarbonate backplate and metal trim looks and feels nice and premium. Other features you need to know: the XZ2 Compact has the same single camera system on the back as the XZ2, 5-megapixel shooter on the front, LED notification light, very fast and reliable fingerprint scanner, and a dedicated camera shutter key. Same as the XZ2, the phone lacks headset jack, but I loved great sound quality using the supplied adapter. That dual front-facing speaker system is probably the best on a compact Android phone. I really like the sound quality. The phone comes both in a single and dual SIM variants with a microSD card slot. Finally, the device is IP68 certified for water and dust resistance. The performance of the phone is just as good as the Xperia XZ2's. That means that you will be able to play all the 3D games you like without any issues, and the phone does not overheat while gaming. Just as the Xperia XZ2, the compact model ships with Android 8 out of the box, but we have Sony skin built on top of it. That means that Sony changed the looks of some icons and added a few features of its own. I usually like changing the looks of the UI by selecting from quite a few themes or wallpapers. You can also change the transition effects or tune the display to your liking in a few different ways. The 3D Creator now works on the main and front-facing cameras, so now you can scan yourself or your surroundings and print it or share it in 3D on social media. I'm still not sure how many people are going to use this feature, but the app and the entire process of scanning and printing objects has improved since the last generation Sony phones. There are a few scanning modes, but my favorites are selfie and object modes. I have to say that the quality of scanned objects is really good, and it's fairly easy to use this feature. You can also share your creations on social media, print it on your own 3D printer, or even connect with professional 3D printing companies for quick and easy online printing. Some companies can also ship your 3D prints anywhere in the world, which is pretty cool. After using the phone for about 2 weeks, I can say it's really fast, as I've never seen it lag or stutter no matter what I did with it, and that is thanks to the latest Snapdragon chipset and good memory management. As for cameras, the stock app takes pictures and focuses quite fast. A dedicated camera shutter key really helps to focus. Besides the superior auto, you get a full manual mode, video, and other modes like bokeh or panorama. Since the Xperia XZ2 Compact has the same cameras as the XZ2, the image quality is identical. Pictures usually come out sharp and detailed in good lighting, and night image quality is pretty good too. However, I wish low-light pictures had a bit less noise and daylight images had a bit more vibrant colors. Another mode that I used on this phone is bokeh. You can definitely take some great looking pictures with a shallow depth of field effect, but you should also expect software artifacts in some images. Selfies look sharp and detailed, and as you can see, beauty mode is turned off as standard. 4K video that is recorded at 30 frames per second looks really good, as the footage is detailed, sharp, and most importantly, very smooth and stable. The phone uses Sony's signature electronic image stabilization system that works really well, and it can easily rival most of the phones with optical image stabilization. Same can be said about 1080p selfie video, as it is quite smooth and the footage looks good overall. Also, sound recording quality is pretty good. Steady shot, and right now the steady shot feature is set to standard, but there's also some sort of intelligent steady shot feature. 960 FPS slow motion video is shot at 1080p and it looks pretty good. However, just on previous Sony phones and other flagships, you need to press the slow motion button at the right moment yourself. I wish you could simply record a dedicated slow motion video. The Sony Xperia XZ2 and the XZ2 Compact are the first smartphones that can shoot 4K HDR video, but I don't have neither HDR monitor nor TV. A great thing is that you can watch HDR video straight on the phone, but the footage looks kind of choppy and there are some skipped frames. Make sure to check out a raw video test that I uploaded to YouTube. All the links are down below. Just like the Xperia XZ2, the compact model is excellent when it comes to connectivity. I would rate call quality and signal reception very well. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS have never let me down. Finally, there are quite a few sensors like on most of the flagships these days. Battery life can be summarized in a few words. Pretty impressive. Depending on how you use the phone, you can achieve up to 9 hours of screen on time, which is a great result. Obviously, if you tend to play a few games or use the phone for 4K video recording, you should expect to get about 6 hours of SOT, which is still a pretty good result. My frustration is that the phone did not ship with a fast charger, even though the XZ2 Compact supports this feature. With the right charger, you can fully charge the phone in just about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Unfortunately, the XZ2 Compact does not have wireless charging, whereas the XZ2 has this feature. The Sony Xperia XZ2 Compact is probably the best small Android phone that money can buy, since it has the best specs in its form factor, very good display, pretty nice yet conservative design, high quality cameras, great overall performance, and a very good battery life. However, I do miss wireless charging, there is no headset jack, the phone is a bit thicker and heavier than the competition, and finally, my retail unit did not ship with a fast charger, even though the phone supports this feature. I believe these are just minor complaints that you can live with. Therefore, this may be the best compact Android smartphone of 2018 yet, and I can easily recommend you to buy if you are tired of big and bulky phones that now have become a trend. But what do you guys think about the Sony Xperia XZ2 Compact? As always, drop me a comment down below if you have any questions, like the video if you liked it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media for all the latest updates. It was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.